In today's lesson, we're diving into everyday politeness in Greek, with tons of real-life phrases and examples you'll hear all the time. Hello and welcome to the lesson. Greeks are generally outgoing and direct. We don't really sugarcoat things. At first, you might think we sound a bit harsh. But actually, when it comes to politeness, we have strong social codes. The more you get to know Greek culture, the more you'll discover the many shades of Greek politeness. Using the right words, offering a treat, doing favors, helping others, these are all ways we show respect. We always find a way. Today we'll focus mostly on the language of politeness. A key part of that is something we call politeness plural. In Greek, we often use the plural form even when speaking to just one person, as a way to show respect. Here are a few examples. Γεια σας. Τι κάνετε? Τι θα πάρετε? We use politeness plural when speaking to strangers, to elderly people, to someone much older than us, in customer service settings, and in classrooms. It's also used to set social boundaries. We don't use politeness plural with close friends, with colleagues, with family or relatives, what we call in Greek tosoi, or with young people. From a grammar point of view, we form politeness plural using verbs and pronouns in the second person plural. This is just a general guide. I'll show you the most common verbs and phrases used for politeness. Once you learn the verb tenses, you will understand politeness plural better and you'll start using it more naturally. As a beginner, the most common Greek phrases you'll use are γεια σας. Τι κάνετε? Πώς είστε? These are polite and safe to use in almost any situation. In customer service settings, you'll often hear περάστε. Καθίστε. Τι θα θέλατε? Τι θα πάρετε? We'll practice with more examples later on, after we go over greetings, saying thank you and saying sorry. It all comes together in real-life situations. So what if you're not sure? When in doubt, go with the plural, but don't overthink it. Feel out the situation. In Greek, context and relationships always matter. Besides, you're learning. And honestly, speaking a little broken Greek has its own charm. In Greece, greetings aren't just about being friendly. They're part of our culture, and politeness begins with choosing the right one. Let's dive into greetings and don't forget to check the slides for extra tips. Stay active repeating the words and phrases with me. Let's begin. The most common of all greetings are γεια σου and γεια σας. We use γεια σας to greet many people or when we use politeness plural. Γεια actually comes from the word υγεία, meaning health. So when we say γεια μας or στην υγεία μας, we're literally toasting to our health. Γεια σου and γεια σας are casual everyday greetings. They can be used both to say hello and goodbye, but we don't often use just γεια on its own. Basically, you can use γεια σου any time of day, but it's not always the best choice. Let's look at some more context-specific greetings. Καλημέρα. This is the go-to greeting for the morning. We don't just say it when we wake up. We use it instead of hello during the morning hours, at work, in shops, everywhere. Καλημέρα means good day, so it's also a kind wish, like have a good day. Next is καλησπέρα. Καληνύχτα. Καλό ξημέρωμα. Another general greeting is χαίρετε. Χαίρετε, τι κάνετε? Χαίρετε can also be used when greeting many people or an audience. For casual goodbyes, try this. Φιλάκια. Τα λέμε. Γεια, θα τα πούμε. Άντε, τσάγια. Another informal and playful way to say goodbye is Άντε, γειά. This phrase can be playful or not so playful, depending on the tone. Άντε, γειά can also be used as a slang phrase to show annoyance. It means you're done with the conversation and no longer interested in talking. So pay attention to the tone and the context. This is playful. Άντε, γειά. Sounds like singing. This is not so playful. Καλά. Άντε, γειά. Another formal goodbye is addio. When you're introduced to someone for the first time, you say Χαίρο πολύ. Χαίρομαι πολύ. Other phrases Greeks say are Καλό απόγευμα. Καλό μεσημέρι. Καλό μήνα. Καλή εβδομάδα. Let's move on to expressing gratitude, saying thanks in Greek. There are several ways to do it, depending on how warm or emphatic you want to be. Here are the most common ones. Ευχαριστώ. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Χίλια ευχαριστώ. And how do we respond to ευχαριστώ? Here are the most common replies. Παρακαλώ. Τίποτα. Δεν κάνει τίποτα. Now let's look at how to say sorry in Greek. Whether you're apologizing for something small or serious, Greek has a range of expressions you can use. Συγγνώμη. Ζητώ συγγνώμη. Με συγχωρείς. Με συγχωρείτε. Χίλια συγγνώμη. Ειλικρινά συγγνώμη. Λάθος μου. Λυπάμαι. If this is helping you learn, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more real-life Greek vocabulary and examples. Great work! Now let's take things a step further. We'll look at some more real-life examples, including casual and everyday expressions you're likely to hear or use in conversation. Stay active by reading and repeating the words and phrases with me. Let's begin. Γεια σου Γιάννη, τι κάνεις? Μαρία, πολύ χαίρομαι που σε βλέπω. Καλά είμαι εσύ. Μια χαρά, ευχαριστώ. Γεια σας κύριε Κώστα, πώς είστε σήμερα? Καλά είμαι, δόξα τω Θεώ. Ώρα να πηγαίνω, φιλάκια τα λέμε. Φιλιά, πάρε τηλέφωνο να βγούμε. Φίλε τι κάνω, καλό απόγευμα. Ευχαριστώ Κώστα, επίσης. What does it mean τι κάνω? Τι κάνω is a very informal slang phrase to say that you are leaving. And because we talk fast, the letters ni and kappa are pronounced together so it sounds τι κάνω and not την κάνω. Φίλε, τι κάνω? Κώστας, χαίρο πολύ. Επίσης, Γιώργος. Δήμητρα να σε κεράσω ένα ποτό. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Θα πιω μια πορτοκαλάδα. Παρακαλώ, δεν κάνει τίποτα. Αχ, με πάτησες. Συγγνώμη. Συγγνώμη, δεν το ήθελα. Χίλια συγγνώμη. Κυρίες και κύριοι, καλησπέρα σας. Χαίρετε κυρίες και κύριοι. Αγαπητοί τηλεθεατές, καλή σας νύχτα. Συγγνώμη, έχετε ώρα? Παρακαλώ. Παρακαλώ, τι θα θέλατε? Great job today! There are so many different ways to greet people, say thank you and apologize, and there are even more than we covered here. Greeks are very creative with greetings and daily wishes. You really have so many choices. There's a greeting for every hour of the day and for almost every occasion. Now you've got a ton of vocabulary and phrases to practice, so go for it. If you learned something useful today, don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe. Thanks for watching and τα ξαναλέμε.